Hey guys, so I'm Lucas from Jenz. I'm here to run you guys through why Jenz was created, what are the advantages of Jenz, and of course, our main features. So we'll get right into why Jenz was created. So as we move into a new era of work, we at Jenz have noticed that employees care more than ever about being included, being heard, and they want that two-way communication between themselves and their company that they're working for. They don't just want that classic one-way communication from their company to them. They want to be involved in the conversation. So you'll notice here, if we're talking about transparency, Slack reported that 82% of employees say that their organizations are not transparent enough. So that's a very important statistic because we've noticed that a lot of employees want that transparency to be addressed, and Jenz is a great way to do that. As well, you'll notice here that 2 out of 3 employees think that modern business needs a work-based social media. More than likely, most of, or if not all, of your employees probably have multiple accounts on multiple social media platforms, and they're probably getting their mainstream news from social media. So they're very familiar with how it works. It's a part of their daily lives. And so they want that to also be a part of their work life. And finally, as a more tangible result, Forbes has reported that up to 400% higher revenue growth from companies can be achieved for companies with strong organizational cultures or strong company cultures. Jenz is a great way to reach that, to really strengthen your company culture by including everybody in your company in the discussion. Next, we're going to talk about what does Jenz solve. So the Jenz app solves all the general employee engagement problems typically faced with a lot of companies. Whether you're a small company, whether you're a mid-sized company, or whether you're a very large company, you're probably feeling the effects of many of the following problems. You probably have low employee motivation, weak internal communication, little or no feedback from employees, high company turnover, and little or no social relationships between employees. It's quite rare to have a company that doesn't have any of those issues or that can't, improve on a few of those issues. So Jenz really solves, all of those problems. We reduce staff turnover, we improve company culture, productivity, and finally, profits as well. All right, guys, so next is going to be the features. So I'm going to run you guys through, our main features and what Jenz is all about when it comes to those. So the name of the game for Jenz is simplicity. And what I mean by that is that we've created a modern and intuitive app that employees of all ages can use with ease. There's many tools out there that are very difficult to use, for certain employees, but we've simplified it in a way that keeps users coming back to the app daily. So the main feature we have, as you'll see right here, is the news feature, and that's kind of the meat of the app. So you'll see it's based off social media, and of course that was done on purpose. Like I said before in the past video, it was about creating a work-based social media. So the first part of this news feature is the official feed. The second one is the social feed. So we'll talk first about the official feed right here. And what that is for administrators at the company to be able to post official news. And this feed is only open for those administrators to do. It can be anything, from receiving an award to a new work regulation. As well, you'll notice that users can like and comment. Perhaps they have a question about what has just been posted, or perhaps they just want to leave a nice comment about it. As well, you'll notice that the company can describe what is going on, much like social media. And of course, you'll notice the appealing UX UI design that we have, so it keeps users coming back to this feed. Another example that you can use is introducing a new colleague. So that was the official feed. Pretty straightforward. Like I said, just to recap, it's official company news for the company to be able to quickly and efficiently get out their news items. The second feed in the news is a social feed. And so that's the other side where we kind of have these social relationships that are going to start to be built. So employees can post on the social feed and comment and like on each other's posts. This could be anything from passions, hobbies. Maybe you go out for a work lunch like right here on the screen, and your employees can like again and comment as well. So this is very much based off of social media, and it's very much based off of building those social relationships that turn into really good working relationships, which again will then translate to tangible results for the company. Another caveat, another little part of the news feature is the important stories. And so this is a great feature if you have a news item that you absolutely need to get out to your employees. And so what this does is when you activate the important story feature on a news article that you want to post, it will send a push notification to your employees saying that they have a story they need to read. And so when they open the app, they can't use the app until that they've confirmed that they've read it. So this is great. You can track who's read these important stories, and you can make sure that your employees are reading it. So for our current clients, we have around 95% of employees who are reading these important stories, which is a huge number, compared to traditional tools when it comes to getting important information out to employees. So the next feature we have is right down here, as you'll see on the bar, people and kudos. So the first part of that is people, and what that is a people directory. What we've done at Jenz is we've done 4 tabs. So we have the All tab, the New tab, the Away tab, and of course the Teams tab. So we'll start with the All tab. It's self-explanatory. It's everybody in the company, and it'll pop up looking something like this with everybody's profile bubble. And then we have the New tab as well. And so that's for any new hires to your organization. This is a great way if you want to introduce somebody to the company culture. It'll ease the transition into that new company, which is a problem for a lot of new hires. And so you'll be able to retain your employees, a lot better than traditional ways. The third tab is the Away tab. And so like you'll see here, he has an Away tab. You can set your status. And so your status can be whether you're sick, whether you're on vacation, whether you're working remotely, which of course for a lot of companies now is huge. There's a lot of companies that give the option to their employees to work remotely or to come into the office. Maybe they give a hybrid option. This is a great way to keep tabs on who's working remotely and who's not, or who's out sick and who's not. The last tab is the Teams tab. And what that is basically it's the same as the All tab, except you've separated the employees in their departments. For example, here the business development department. So if you want to easily reach somebody in a certain department, well, you have the list of who's in that department. This is a great time saver, for anybody that's ever had problems before reaching somebody, but they're not answering, and so they need to reach somebody in that department. So that's what everybody's profile will look like. You'll notice everybody has a profile picture. You can now put a face to the name. If you've ever walked through the halls at work and you don't know who somebody is, well, maybe this is a little reminder, and this will, again, like I said, put a face to the name, of colleagues of yours. As well, if you swipe up, employees can put a description of themselves. Great way to get to know other people in the company. And of course, everybody's name, position, and seniority level will be here on their profile. The last part of the profile I want to just point out before we move into kudos is this tab down here. So we at Jenz, the way we've set it up is we use WhatsApp a lot. So we have WhatsApp set up. However, this is completely customizable for your company, whether you use different programs, WhatsApp, perhaps you use Teams, perhaps you use Slack. So we can integrate it directly onto the profile, on the profile tab. And so that's a great way to easily reach multiple people within your company. So we'll move into kudos now. And this is a great feature that, a lot like the social stories, taps into the emotional engagement of your employees. So you'll see right here, for example, Marco has received 9 kudos so far. So what that means is he he's had colleagues rather, give him a good job, a thumbs up, a kudos for 9 times, and so it's a positive reinforcement piece. Employees now, they want more from their work. They want more recognition for a job well done, and this is a great way to do it and an efficient way to do it. So when you do give a kudos to someone, this is what it'll look like. You can say something nice. One of the examples I like to always give is, and it may seem almost useless to others, but really it's not. It's a great way to give, to give recognition. For example, is if somebody's organized a Christmas party and they did a great job, you can say something. You say, "Hey, great job organizing the Christmas party. We had a great time," and so that colleague will see it. Their superiors will see it, and so, like I said, great way to give positive reinforcement. Another feature we have, and one of our most liked features, is the anonymous shout box. So it's a great way to give feedback to your company as an employee. So it's right here down in the middle. Traditionally, a lot of companies have a hard time gathering feedback from their employees, and actually most employees want that feedback to be anonymous, for various reasons. So we've made it anonymous at Jenz. So these tabs are totally customizable based on departments, or maybe you want it to go to a certain person. But again, they're completely customizable. So it's very easy for the department receiving the feedback to filter through it and answer them, or for employees to give feedback. So it encourages that two-way conversation, like we said before. So it is completely anonymous. Employees can put their name, say if they want an answer back, or maybe if the company gets a lot of the same question, they can address that to the entire company or to the entire department if it's department specific, for example. So the next feature is surveys. There's nothing here at the bottom tab for it, because what will happen when there is an open poll is it'll pop up here as a banner on your feed. Traditionally, surveys are done by sending an email to employees, and it's a very inefficient way typically, because employees, they're probably doing work, and so they don't have time to go through their email and answer a survey that they don't know how long it's going to take. It could take, they don't know if it'll take 5 minutes or if it'll take an hour to do. Say, a lot of times they just won't do it. So we solved that issue by making it non-intrusive. So the survey will just pop up as a banner when the employee goes on the app. And then when they have time, they can go and they can open the survey and complete it. So this is what it'll look like. It's a very visually appealing for employees, so they're more likely to answer surveys, and we have great results with employees who do complete our surveys. So for example, each employee will be able to see here that how long it takes to complete a survey and how much longer they have left to complete the survey. So these are the type of examples of questions that you can have on a Jenz survey. It's completely customizable, very easy for employees to fill out, and it's also very easy for administrators to do and to create surveys. And of course, at the end, some text-based answers. A great way to get feedback again, although there is a feedback, the feedback feature. All right, so just to recap on what we said, Jenz is an internal communications tool that helps your company improve employee communications, employee engagement, and of course, company culture. So allow us to let you reap those benefits and join Jenz.